My boss fired me for not being loyal right after taking my idea. I'd been working at the company for 3 years. Small marketing firm in Chicago. Long hours, low pay, but I believed in the work. Or at least I used to, until my boss, Mark, decided to make loyalty a one-way street. It started during a brainstorming session for a big client, a nationwide sports brand looking for a rebrand campaign. I'd spent nights at home sketching out a full concept, tagline, visuals, even social rollout. Play hard, rest easy. Clean, emotional, and powerful. I shared it with Mark privately before the meeting, hoping for feedback. He looked impressed. I like it, man. Let's see how we can build on this together. 2 days later, during the presentation, he opened with my tagline, my concept, my storyboard. But he never said my name, just stood there like he came up with it while showering that morning. Everyone clapped. The client loved it. They signed a 6-figure deal that same afternoon. I waited for him to at least acknowledge it later. Instead, he called me into his office. "I noticed you've been distant lately," he said, pretending to sound concerned. "This company values loyalty above all else." "Loyalty?" I laughed. "You mean silence while you steal credit?" His face hardened. "Watch your tone. You're replaceable, Daniel." 2 days later, HR called me in. "Due to concerns about teamwork and attitude, we're letting you go." Mark didn't even have the guts to tell me himself. I left with a cardboard box and a head full of rage, but I wasn't done. Before leaving, I downloaded every document I'd created for that campaign. Proof that all assets, notes, and timestamps were mine. I didn't steal company data. I took my own original work. Then, a week later, I saw my tagline everywhere. Billboards, social media, stadium screens. "Play hard, rest easy." Always followed by "Concept by Mark Ellis, creative director." So I filed a copyright claim. I'd registered the tagline the night before I showed it to him, just in case. I'd been doing that for all my ideas since college, because professors used to borrow student concepts for their own projects. A month later, I got an email from the client's legal department. They'd been informed of a copyright conflict. My documentation matched their campaign timeline perfectly. Within a week, the campaign was pulled down from every platform. The client threatened to sue Mark's firm for intellectual property theft. Mark called me that night. "You just cost us $1 million contract," he hissed. "No," I said calmly. "You cost yourself that. I just made sure the truth showed up on time." By the end of the month, his firm lost 3 clients. Word spread fast. Creative directors talk. Nobody wants to work with a thief. But the best part came a few months later. I was freelancing, building my own small agency out of my apartment. My phone buzzed one morning. Unknown number. It was him, Mark. His voice sounded smaller. "Hey, Daniel. Look, I might have gone about things wrong back then. I've been having trouble finding work lately. Wondered if you were hiring." I almost laughed, but instead I said, "Mark, I appreciate you reaching out, but we value originality here. I can't hire someone whose definition of loyalty depends on ownership." Then I hung up. 2 days later, the same sports brand's marketing manager, the one from that infamous meeting, called me. "We're rebuilding with a new team. Want to lead it?" I said yes. Same campaign, same tagline. But this time, the credit line read, "Creative lead, Daniel Reyes." And under it, in bold letters, "Play hard, rest easy." When the campaign went live again, my inbox exploded with messages from old coworkers. "Dude, you did it. You're all over the city." Even Mark's former assistant messaged me. "He's furious. Everyone knows now." I smiled. Sometimes revenge doesn't need shouting. It just needs patience and receipts. Karma doesn't rush, but when it arrives, it hits like a headline.